Hey there, how are you? It's Alicia here at New VA Advice, and I told you I'd be stopping in with some tips and advice about list building. That's going to be our theme for the next couple of days. So, tonight I wanted to cover why you should consider even building a list before we get any further. So, brief description. What is list building? What does this mean? It means that people are voluntarily giving you their email address and information so that you can then contact them via email. You would use some type of list building software. They would enter their name for more information and their email address, and then that is saved in your system, and then you can email them with tips, information, things going on. That is the idea. Okay, so it's them giving you permission to show up in their inbox. Why do I think it's something you want to consider as part of your marketing efforts as a virtual assistant? Well, there are a number of reasons, and that's what I want to go over with you tonight. So, first of all, I want you to know that email marketing is very much alive and well, meaning that when people email their lists, they can make money off of that list. So you could turn those people into clients. This goes for a number of industries, but it does work for the virtual assistant industry as well. I am an example of that. I was successful it's one of the marketing methods I use to build my VA business. It's something I still use now to build my coaching business at New VA Advice. I do know other virtual assistants who have used it successfully to get clients into their business. So this is a thing, and it's still working very well for people. Now, when you hear email marketing, it also doesn't have to be anything that's sleazy or salesy or takes up so much of your time or is inauthentic. You can do this in a natural way that fits in with what you do for clients and how you like to create content to put out there to people, and special way that you connect with people and being yourself and making it be more natural. You can do that. This is how I've used email marketing and list building, and this is how I teach people to do it. So, some other reasons to consider list building. You always hear about things like Facebook changing the algorithm and things like that, and then everyone's getting worried. No one's seeing my Facebook business page. What am I going to do? Well, if Facebook changes their algorithm or closes down tomorrow, if you have your own list, that's okay, because you don't own that information on Facebook, right? That's not yours, it's theirs. So you may be making some connections with people, and maybe you even have a group or you have contacts on your page. If they shut down, that's not yours. It's not your information. If you get them on your list, you own that list. It is yours. No one can take that away from you. So it wouldn't matter what happens in social media or what changes might occur, what shuts down, or what's the new in thing. You have your own list. Now, yes, you can use social media to help promote and get people on your list. Great idea to do it that way. But the list is yours. You own it. So, another reason to consider list building is it helps you stay top of mind. I know that you're probably thinking, out in the VA world, there are a lot of people who might do what you do. Well, my point to that is always, no one's going to do it exactly like you. No one has your exact backstory and experience and deals with the exact same services with the exact same market and will execute it the exact same way. No one is exactly like you. Showing up in their inbox, though, will keep you top of mind. You wouldn't have to worry as much about, well, who else is out there that does what I do? They are on your list. So you're the one visiting them, stopping in their inbox, and staying in their brain. This is also a good point if you've spent a lot of time creating a website, which I know some of you have, and I know, you get it all up there and you get it live and then nothing, right? Or you see that people are stopping by, but you feel like, why isn't anyone filling out my contact form or reaching out to me for my services? Well, people take time. They need time to get to know, like, and trust you. So if you give them a great reason to sign up for your list while they're visiting your site, then boom, number one, they won't go away and forget you, which could happen, right? Let's be honest. They could visit your site, and at that moment, they think it sounds great, but then they get distracted or interrupted, or they think, well, I don't need this right now. I'm going to remember her site for later. they won't have to just remember your site for later. If they sign up for your list, then you're visiting their inbox, you're staying top of mind all the time. It's also going to help that show them that you know how to do the services that you're saying you know how to do, because you'll be talking about those things when you email this list. So I'm not going to get into all of those details right now, but about what to email your list. But when you do so, it's going to prove that you know what you're talking about. It's going to help, again, build that know, like, and trust factor and keep you top of mind. The other thing that's really great about this, if someone's just visiting your website and, for example, they think it's something, they'd like to work with you in the future, but they don't need that service right now. If they're on your list, they're going to remember you when they do need you. And I can guarantee that this has happened for me. People have been on my list for, let's say, 6 months. And all of a sudden I'll get an email back and say, hey, you just emailed out about such and such. I've been following you for a while, but I'm finally ready now. I really need your help with X. Can we talk about it? So think about that then. This is no longer a cold lead. You're not just trying to make cold calls or cold emails to someone. This is someone who has said that they're interested in what you have to offer. They want to know more about you and what you know. And very potentially, they don't need your services right now, but if they stay on your list and you keep in contact with that list, they could become a client down the road. Like I said, this has happened for me in my business before. So it's definitely a possibility. The other thing that goes along with this is, you've probably heard in marketing that it takes people 7 to 9 touches before you actually make a sale. So in other words, they need to have contact with you several times before that know, like, and trust factor sinks in, and then they want to work with you. So being able to communicate with them through your list is a great way to stay top of mind and get those touches in so that they then become clients. So hopefully this gives you some things to think about, reasons why you should consider this as part of your marketing efforts. And like I said, it doesn't have to be sleazy or salesy. It doesn't have to be all consuming of your time. You should be coming up with a marketing plan that makes the most sense for you, for your business, for the services that you offer, for the time that you have, and the type of clients you want to reach and how they're best going to be reached. But very often, email marketing and list building will fit into that plan. You just have to know how to do it. So, questions or comments, if you're watching this in the Virtual Assistant Empowerment Facebook group, leave them below. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to comment there and subscribe as well to get more tips about this. So I will be coming in again over the next couple days to give more tips on list building. Today was more of a why am I talking about this, but the next couple days I'll give you actual tips that you could use. So you can either just keep following along with these tips or also go to my website, use the search box at newvaadvice.com and type in list building. You will get a ton of free information that I have on the subject. But you could also join us in a couple days. We are starting the 7-day list building challenge where we're going to do it together. So instead of you just reading information or doing DIY, I'm there helping you through it. So we're going to hit certain points about list building, about creating a free offer, because it's a great way to get people on your list. And I know that's a part that stumps a lot of people. We're going to work on yours together. Then we'll talk about how to get traffic to the list. And then we'll talk about what do you keep emailing the list. Those are the big points we're going to cover. You're going to get action steps. You're going to get me saying, okay, here's how to do this part, and here's the part I want you to do. And then you get to check in a private Facebook group and say, all right, here's what's going on. This is what I did. So that's your accountability and a place to ask questions if you get stuck. So I would love for you to join us for that. It is coming up soon. I will put a link in the comments below, but you can find information about it at newvaadvice.com/7-day-list. So it's 7-day list. So if this brought up questions for you, like I said, about list building, or if it could work for you in your business, leave a comment below. I'd be happy to answer. Let me know other questions that come up for you. So as I make this series of tips about list building, let me know what you want to know about it. I have some ideas, and especially things when I was starting out, I was completely clueless, let me tell you, about this whole thing. Once I learned about it, I realized this is a really awesome way to market. Doesn't have to be time consuming, and I can get in front of my target audience in a really really easy way. So again, comments, questions, leave them below, and I will be back with more list building tips over the next couple of days. I hope everybody's having a great day or night wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.